Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Publico and I'm going to be talking about the National Eating Disorders Association. I covered this in my health informatics paper, specifically on American children obesity, and I'm going to be talking about it again today. So their mission is to help support individuals and families affected by eating disorders, whether it is the person going through it or a person who just knows someone who is. It's to serve as a catalyst for prevention, cures, and access to quality care. And their vision is to see a world without eating disorders entirely as a whole, to make more people more aware of it so that they get rid of it pretty much. And the contact information is email, website, and help hotline. So the email is info@nationaleatingdisorders.org. Website is www.nationaleatingdisorders.org. And the help hotline is 800-931-2237. The identification and change is mostly focused on childhood obesity, specifically in America. I kind of set it off for this specifically because people in America are a lot more heavyweight than people in, let's say, France or Saudi Arabia, Japan, or Korea. And the risk factor of this is really high unstable numbers of people living with higher susceptibility rates towards disease or organ failure, whether it be through individuals suffering from anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. In this case, specifically, binge eating. And unfortunately, the government doesn't regulate exactly how much Americans are actually supposed to be eating as heavily as they probably should. So by preventing, I guess, the overconsumption of processed foods and junk, it's to implement more plant-based diet meals into the average American home by promoting healthier living through hearty consumption and exercise, making more Americans more aware of their circumstances. And the implementation of this is to choose healthier options and making more time to exercise, making this the normal way of life. So instead of making exercise and eating healthy more of a chore, we should really make it what is the everyday norm for Americans. Because a lot of the time it's more of a convenience to eat out than to just make your own food. So some of the statistics I found is that nearly 78 million of adults and 13 million children in the United States deal with health and emotional effects of obesity every day, where even costs in hospitals and facilities regarding the subject are racking up to about $190 billion in weight-related medical bills that have been stacked on top of already significant issues. Another one is more than 1 in 3 adults were considered to be overweight, and that more than 2 in 3 were considered to be overweight or have obesity, according to the National Health Nutrition Examination Survey in 2013-14. And then, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the prevalence of obesity has more than doubled among children around ages 2 to 5 and ages 6 to 11, which only proves the likelihood that these same children will also be obese in their adult life. And 2/3 of American youth consume sugary beverages on any given day, along with several other unhealthy habits such as watching excessive amounts of television and general non-active activities that do not promote a well-balanced lifestyle. And finally, research has also found that children are almost twice at risk of death when turned into an adolescent when they are obese. And some of the consequences to this was specifically a child in Newcastle, and he had parents who were drug addicts and were almost always feeding him junk food, and because they were refusing to give him anything else, the child was suffering from a heart attack and was declared brain dead at John Hopkins Hospital in 2014. So the biggest thing here and the biggest message really is the call to action. And the call to action is pretty much to review the kind of foods being released to the food market, funding more research on what foods should be more limited in the American diet, and to monitor food businesses and reinstate different laws to help promote healthier living. I think that even though, a lot of people want to take the government out of people making their everyday choices, it's important to realize that you know, according to the statistics, Americans just really are unhealthy, and we really need to start monitoring what is on our food shelves. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Have a good day. Thank you.